Good morning, students. I hope all of you are well. So today we will discuss about the class 9 first history chapter, the Harappan civilization. Harappan civilization. So before we will discuss about the Harappan civilization, we have to know what is civilization. So civilization is said to be an advanced stage of human culture, human cultural developments. Again, I'm telling the civilization is said to be an advanced stage of human cultural developments, and it implies the use of superior technology and the complex economic relationship. And some of the important traits or the features of a civilizations are: number one, evolution of cities; number two, surplus foods; number 3, divisions of labor; number 4, system of writing; number 5, public buildings; number 6, developments of technology. But the period between 4000 BC to 3000 BC show a remarkable progress, and man acquire a greater knowledge and skill in mastering the forces of nature. Forces of nature. Next is by about 2500 BC, 4 Bronze Age civilization emerged, and these were Harappan civilization, number 2 Mesopotamian civilization, number 3 Chinese civilization. So the discovery of Indus Valley civilization in the 20th century was an important event in the history of India. Why? Why the discovery of Harappa was an important event or incident in the history of India? Because up to this time it was believed that the history of India began with the advent of the Aryans. But however, after the discovery of Indus Valley or Harappan civilization, so it stretched back the origin of the Indian history so as to put it at par with the other older or oldest civilization of the world, which is namely Mesopotamian civilization and the Egyptian civilization. Next is Indus Valley civilization is best known as a Harappan culture or Harappan civilization. The term culture is used by the archaeologist for a group of objects distinctive in style that are usually found in the same period and the same time geological area, as well as also found in same geological area. Next is, in the case of the Harappan culture, these distinctive objects are seal, weights, stone blades, baked bricks, etc. And now the question is, why the Indus Valley civilization is called the Harappan civilization? Because Harappa was the first site to be discovered. Harappa was discovered in 1921, and Mohenjo-daro, another one important sites of the Indus Valley civilization, was discovered in 1922. Now we will discuss about the sources. What? Sources. Sources. So our knowledge about the Harappan civilization is entirely based on the archaeological remains. Archaeological remains such as building, pottery, then the sculpture, seals, as well as cemeteries. But this is because why? Why our knowledge entirely based on the archaeological sources, not in literary sources? Because no adequate written records are available. Now, the first source we will discuss about, that is Great Birth. What? Great Birth. Number 1, Great Birth. But the Great Birth is one of the largest public building at Mohenjo-daro. It discovered where? Mohenjo-daro. Now we will discuss one by one the features or the characteristics of Great Birth. So the first point, It has a large rectangular tank in a courtyard surrounded by a corridor on all four sides. Number one, first point, it has a large rectangular tank in a courtyard surrounded by a corridor on all four sides. Second point, there are two flights of steps, one in north, another one in south, that leading into the tank. Third point, to make the pool watertight, burnt brick, mortar lines, gypsum, and bitumens are actually used for the construction. Fourth point, the water for the bath was provided by a well in an adjacent room. Number 5, surrounding the bath were porticos and the sets of rooms. So these are the important characteristics of the great baths. Now next is the significance or importance of the great baths. Then also we will discuss point wise the importance of great baths. Importance of great bath. Point wise. First point, the construction of great bath. The construction of great bath indicates that the art of building had reached a high degree of perfection at that time. Number two, most of the scholars agree that the great bath might have been used for religious purpose. Next is number three. The massive structure points out that there might have been existed a ruling class. Now the fourth point is, which the design of the great bath portrayed the efficient planning in the structure as well as related to the water supply as well as waste disposal. Now the second source is citadel. Number 2, citadel. So citadel is a raised area of each city. The raised area of each city was called citadel, and this raised area was built on a high platform that surrounded by a large and high wall to might be to protect from the flood. And all important buildings like great bath as well as granary, assembly halls, workshop, all were located or situated within the citadel. Next is number 3, third source, that is seal. Number 3, seals. Which seals are actually used by the Harappans, shows their artistic skills. About 2000 seals have been discovered from different parts of the civilization. And of these, a great majority comprises the short inscription with different kinds of pictures of the animals like one-horned bull, buffalo, tiger, rhinoceros, elephants, goats, etc. Now we will discuss one by one the characteristics of the Harappan seals. Number 1, the seals were actually made up by different kinds of materials like steatite, agate, terracotta. Next, number 2, the seals had a different shape. Some are circular, some are square, some are rectangular. Number 3, the seals used different kinds of pictures of the animals that already mentioned: bull, buffalo, rhinoceros, tiger, goats, etc. Next is, which these seals actually shows the three-faced deity wearing a buffalo horn headdress and seated cross-legged on a throne and surrounded by the animals, especially the elephants and the tiger, buffalo as well as rhinoceros with 2 deers at his feet. And this deity has been identified as a Pashupati, Mahadeva. But the unicorn seals also discovered, and their mythical beliefs. Unicorn seals shows their mythical beliefs of the Harappan peoples. Next is the significance of the Harappan seals. Use of the Harappan seals. There are a lot of questions. But the number 1, seals were actually used by the trader to stamp their goods. After a bag with goods was tied, a layer of wet clay was applied on the knot, and then the seal was pressed on it. And the seals were also found in different parts or different region, and that indicate there might have been some kinds of trade relations with Harappa and the other region. Next is the fourth source, bearded man. Bearded man. So bearded man, another one important source which also provides us the information about the Harappan civilization, which is the stone sculpture of a man with a beard was discovered from Mohenjo-daro. So bearded man discovered from the Mohenjo-daro. Next, there were some scholars actually believe that the bearded men, these sculptures, have actually reached in a great height of perfection at that time. The statue has the shawl worn on the over the left shoulder and the eyes are half closed. And many scholars believe that that might be a sculpture of a yogi. Next is fifth point, we will discuss about the dancing girl, which is the bronze statue of a dancing girl also discovered from Mohenjo-daro and is a masterpiece of art, and it shows the high degree of perfection in art of sculpture in that period. Which the figure shows the vigor, variety, ingenuity, and the right arms of the dancing girl rest on the hip and the left arm heavily bangled and hold a ball. Now next is the sixth point. Sixth, that is dokyard. A dokyard has been discovered at Lothal in Gujarat, and it was surrounded by a brick wall, and that may be probably to protect from the flood. And the dockyards actually located Lothal that connected with the outer world that carried out the external trade. Next is script. The Harappan script, that is provide us the lot of information about the Harappan civilization. About the Harappan civilization. Which the Harappan used a script which is regarded as a pictographic script. Which is regarded as a pictographic script. And since its signs represent the birds, fish, as well as varieties of human forms, etc. And the number of signs of the Harappan used in their script that varies between 375 to 400. 375 to 400. Next is, which is the seals were actually inscribed on a number of places like the copper tools, rims, objects, copper and the terracotta tablets, jewelry, etc. Now, next we will discuss about the origin of the Harappan civilization. Origin of the Harappan civilization. Regarding the origin of the Harappan civilization, there are several theories and we will discuss about the two important theory. One is the foreign origin, another one is the indigenous origin. So what was the foreign theory or foreign origin? Because some scholars believe that the civilization, Harappan civilization came into existence as a result of the sudden migrations of the people with an urban civilization to Indus Basin. And according to these scholars, the Harappan civilization was an offshoot of the Mesopotamian civilization. But however, after the discovery, after the excavation, there are a lot of striking differences actually found in the objects between the Harappa and Mesopotamia. But some scholars believe that Harappan civilizations was developed due to the trade relations of the Mesopotamian civilization, or Mesopotamian civilization played an important role in the transform the Harappan civilization from its early stage to a mature stage. Next is indigenous theory. Indigenous theory, which is recent research shows that the root of the Indus Valley civilization that lie deep into the Indian soil. Deep into the Indian soil. The historians refers the Harappan civilization was an outgrowth of the extensive village culture. Extensive village culture. And the growth of the Harappan civilizations was together with the external stimulus provided by the trade relations with the Mesopotamian civilizations. But these historians, this historian found some marked similarities between the pre-Harappan and proto-Harappan period in some particular areas like Kot Dizi, Amri, Kalibangan in terms of their granary, their defensive walls, and the long distance trade in their settlements. So these two are the important origins or theories regarding the origins of the Harappan civilization. Next, we will discuss about the extent of the Harappan civilization. Extent of the Harappan civilization. So extent of the Harappan civilization was the entire area of the Harappan civilization in a triangular in shape and accounts for about 1.3 million square kilometer. So this was the largest among the ancient civilization, but it extended Sutka Gender in the east to Alamgirpur in the west. Sutka Gender in the west to Alamgirpur in east, from Manda in the north to the Bhagatrab in Narmada Estuary south. This was the extent of the Harappan civilization. Now next is some of the important sites of the Harappan civilizations. Important sites of Harappan civilization like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Kalibangan, Lothal, as well as Banwali, etc. Now, after the partitions of India, most of the important sites of the Harappan civilizations are now in Pakistan. Next, we will discuss about the urban planning of the Harappan civilizations. Which are two most important Harappan sites are one is Harappa, another one Mohenjo-daro. Harappa, that is in Montgomery districts in Punjab, and Mohenjo-daro, that is in Larkana districts of Sindh. And apart from these two, there are a few other important sites like Kalibangan, Lothal, as well as Banwali, etc. Now next, we will see the common elements between the Harappa and Mesopotamia. But the number one, both Harappa and Mesopotamia located on the river banks. Mohenjo-daro on the right bank, river Indus, and Harappa, the left bank, river Ravi. Next is number two, second point, which both measured around 5 kilometers in circuit. Number three, third point, which is the ground planning, including the layouts of the streets, blocks. Not only that, as well, these all are common in both. Next is number four, which is water supply, drainage pattern, as well as the granaries. All were same in both Harappa and Mesopotamia. Now next, we will discuss about the features of the town planning. Features of the town planning. The Harappas is important in history as well as famous because of its town planning. Harappan town planning is quite different from the Sumerian town planning, because Sumerian cities, the cities were actually in circular in pattern. They developed in circular. In center there might be a temples, and beside the temples the cities were actually developed. So that is why their shape was circular. But in Harappan, the cities were actually grid or actually square or rectangular in shape. Square or rectangular in shape. Next, we will see some of the important features of this town planning. Number one, first point, each city of the Harappan divided into two parts. One is the lower town, another one citadel. Next is number two. Number two, the cities were square or rectangular in block or rectangular. Next is number three, the main road run north south or east-west. As well as number fourth point, the houses at the street corner are rounded, so the cart can pass easily. Next is number five. Number five, the house drains were connected with the street drains. Number six, the streets cut the main road at a right angle. So these are the main features of the residential buildings were actually built according to a set plan. According to a set plan on a high mound in order to protect from flood. Next is number 2. There were variation in the size of the houses from single tenements to a 12-room houses. Number 3. The entrances of the houses were from the narrow lanes which cut the street at a right angle. Next is number 4. The kitchens were actually placed at the sheltered corner and the courtyards on the ground floor that contained the storerooms as well as the well chamber. Next is number 5. Fifth feature. The houses were made by brick and wood. 6th point. The houses' windows were actually open towards the narrow lanes. Which cut the main street at a right angle. So in the 6 points, doors and the windows are open on the sides of the streets and not on the main roads. Now next is the monumental architecture. Monumental architecture, here we will discuss about the Great Bath, granaries, etc. But Great Bath we already discussed. So now we will discuss about the granaries. But the granaries have been found in many places in Harappan civilization like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Lothal, Kalibangans. But now we will discuss some of the features of the granaries that discovered at Harappa. Number one, to south of the granaries, the Harappa, the granaries that discovered that had 2 rows and each row had 6 rooms or granaries. Next is number 2. Second features, there was a brick circular platform and that might be used for threshing the grains. The evidence, some grains were actually found in the crevices of the floor. Next is number 3. The granaries that had some rooms and that might be used by the workers, those who work in those granaries. Next is number 4. The granaries were actually built on a high platform to protect from the flood. Number 5. The granaries were actually built beside the river. Why? So they can easily bring grains from the distant area. Again, in times of crisis, they can supply easily. Next is trade. Trade, the elaborate social structure, standard of living, confirm the presence of granaries, numerous seals, uniform weight and measure systems. That all these things actually indicate there might be existed some kinds of trading activities. And there is an abundant evidence that also Harappan shows the Harappan traded only with other parts of the India, but not only other parts of India, but outside India, but also outside India. But the Harappans carried on considerable trade on the seal, metal, stones, sales, metal, stone, etc. Next is within the Indus civilization. These are within the Indus civilization zone. Next is, but in some cases, the common products have been discovered from different parts of the civilization. And however, they did not use the metal money because metal money was not invented at that time. So they actually exchanged their good or they followed the barter system. The cities like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Lothal were the important centers for metallurgy, and they're producing the tools, weapons, as well as the kitchenware, etc. Next, rice seems to have been imported to Punjab from Gujarat. Next is the Lothal and Surkotada provided the cotton. Next is number 3. The Harappa, Banwali, etc. were the important centers. Balakot and Chanudadu were the important centers of bangle making. Important centers of bangle making, Lothal and Chanudadu were the important centers of manufacturing of beads. Next is, beside the internal trade, the Harappan peoples also carried out the external trade with the western neighbors, as well Lothal, Surkotada, Balakot. These all were the important centers of trading centers, the trading coastal towns, and they carried the external trade with Mesopotamia as well as other West Asian countries. They had relations with the trade relations with Afghanistan also. Next is the Mesopotamian records from about 2350 BC. They referred Harappa as a Meluha, and there was two stations that mentioned in their text that carried out the trade between the Harappa and Mesopotamia. Two intermediate stations. One is Dilmun, another one Makan. Dilmun and Makan. Next is Harappan merchants were actually exporting to the and importing goods from different parts from the west as well as the Central Asian countries or sites. Gold was imported from North Karnataka and Afghanistan, as well as the copper from Rajasthan, South India, Balochistan and Arabia, lead from the either East or South India. Next we will discuss about the weight and measure system. A number of stone weights were discovered. From the excavation. A cubical stone weights have been discovered, and the minimum unit was actually 16, and the maximums were actually the multiple of 16, like 32, 48, 64, etc. And the small units were actually the fractions of 16. Next